Hey guys, in this video I'll show you guys how to make a shop system, and if you guys want to play the game and test it out for yourselves, I'll be putting the game in the description. So let's get started. So basically what we're going to do here, we're going to go into replicated storage, we're going to make a folder, and we're going to add our events. And if you want to get the game by itself, you can join a Discord server. I have a section called video download, so you can download the whole Roblox studio place. You can just use it for yourself, and it'll be much easier for you because it's guaranteed going to work. So what we're going to do here, we're going to have our events. We're going to have our events here, our events folder. We're going to have buy shop item, and we're going to have potions activation. And now we're going to have another folder called shop item. And for these shop items, this is basically going to be like what we're going to be. This is what's going to be inside the shop. We're going to have our health potion, our speed potion, our super health potion, and our super speed potion. So like one of them give like more speed, one of them regens the player's HP a little bit faster. And basically how we made it, I'll just move this to workspace. Right here, you can see right here how we have our potion. So basically the speed is the same thing as this, but just the color blue. And what you can do to make this, you can like weld it together so it can you don't have to like use the script and like weld inside the script. You can just do it out here manually. So like that's how I did that. So I'm just gonna put it back. So I just did it for the right. I just did it for the speed potion. The speed potion just blew of the green potion we just had now, and we're just gonna do it for the rest. So that's basically gonna be our shop items. And inside of every one of our tools, inside of our shop items folder, inside of replicated storage, we're gonna do this script.parent.activated connect function. So when the player clicks on any one of these tools that they have that they already have equipped and they click on this to activate it, we're gonna fire our remote event, and we're gonna fire the name. So if we fire a super health potion, we're gonna fire super health potion to the parameters. So we're gonna send the name to the server. So that's basically what we're gonna be doing for that. Now we're gonna get into like the GUI part, and this right here is gonna be a little damage part, so the player just takes damage. Pretty simple, straightforward. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go to our start GUI, and for our start GUI, it's super easy. So basically, we have a little shop button, we have our menu button. Like you always want to start with a screen GUI. Then we're gonna have our UI corners, and UI corners basically help us make our UI, like if you're making an inventory system, you want to make sure that things don't overlap. This UI corner will help you with that. And now we're gonna have our local script that's gonna help us enable it. So we make our GUI true, and like if they click on like the shop button, then the UI will pop up in their face. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna go to our actual shop now, and basically what we're gonna be doing here. Let me get my properties tab open so you guys can see a little bit more. So basically what we're going to be able to enable it. So basically this is how our shop looks like. We're going to have our health potion, our speed, super health, and super speed potion here. And we have our UI corner, so it's going to help us. So if we have more things to come inside, it's going to already like position itself. Now we're going to have our shop, and we have everything inside of here. And we have a local script inside of here. And basically if the player clicks on this, it's going to fire remote event, and it's going to fire the name. So same thing as like our tool basically. We're going to do that for all of them. We're going to do that for all the buttons here. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Our label, just basically you can design it whatever color you want. I just made mine pretty simple, pretty straightforward, so it can be pretty easy for the video. Okay, that's basically all like the UIs and like everything that we're going to be covering for the UIs. Now we're going to get into more like the complicated stuff. So let me just disable this UI real quick. So unenable it. Remove my properties tab. Okay, so now we're going to get into the main source of the script, the one that really gets the script going, and that'll be our server script service. So inside of here, we're going to get replicated storage and our data store service, and we're getting our data store service, we can start saving the player's data. What we're going to do here, we're going to make our name save 1. Whatever you change the name to is going to be your new data. If you change it to save 1.2 or save 12, the whole data is going to reset. So basically, we're going to make a table where it says shop cost. And we're going to have our health potion equal to 100, our speed potion equal to 200, our super health potion equal to 500, and our super speed potion equal to 1000. So basically, giving our potions their prices here inside this table. And we're going to have local stats. And you're probably wondering why the IDE color for stats is blue. When this script was being made, we were wondering why stats. The script still works. We're wondering why the service stats is able to have a table, but like if you want to look it up in like the Roblox API form, you can check what stats does, because stats is a service, but like you can change it to whatever you want. We just put a stat and it still work, but yeah. So you can change the stats, anything you want. So we're gonna have two tables called stats and dev. And we're gonna start making our local function so we can start firing everything. So now we're gonna have a local function change money, and we're gonna fire player and money through the parameters. Now we're gonna do player, so we're gonna do stats, so basically stats player, so the player dot money. So we're gonna get the player's money, it's gonna be equal to whatever the money is here. So this money right here is basically gonna be this. And now we're gonna do basically the money right here is basically gonna be what their current money is going to be. And now we're just gonna basically just print their money value so they know how much money they have. We're gonna change it into leader stats so they know how much money they have. Yeah, okay. And now we're gonna have local function player join. So basically, when a player joins the game, we're gonna make our stats player and our debounce player inside of our table. So we're gonna make this equal to a table. So this doesn't confuse you. So now we have the players. So basically, you have the players' data saved inside this table for right now. Now we're gonna have our leader stats. We're gonna make our folder. We're gonna parent it to the player. We're gonna change the name to leader stats. Remember to make the L lowercase so it doesn't so you can actually see the leader stats. Now we're gonna make local money equal instance.new, and we're gonna make a string value, and then we're gonna parent to leader stats, and we're gonna change the money.name to money. So of course, we make it money, you can change the cash, whatever you want. Now we're gonna start our data store. For our data store, we're gonna make our success save. So we're gonna be saving the player's user ID. So if the player changes their name, they're still gonna, their ID is never gonna change. So if we ban them from the game, they're gonna stay banned from the game unless we unban them. And now we're gonna do if it's success, so if this data store runs successfully, and if save, so basically their data is all saved. Then we're gonna then the player is gonna join back in the game. So we're gonna file the player's name here, and we're gonna do save.money, so whatever the current money was when they joined the game. But else, if let's say like the player joins the game but they don't have no data, then we're just gonna then we're gonna default the player's money to 10,000. We can change it to 0 if we wanted to as well, but I just put a 10,000 so I could display inside the preview and like show me buying potions and all that. So I just changed the money to 10,000. And then if the player's data didn't load in, we're just gonna kick the player until the data failed to load, and they're just gonna rejoin the game. So now we're gonna do our local function player removing. Remember, these are all local functions. This is nothing that's been actually fired yet. Now we're gonna do if stats player and stats player dot loaded, then if all the players like data basically loaded, then we're gonna do data set async player dot user ID and stats dot player. So basically the player's data here, and we're gonna basically set async to the player's user ID. So then we could also put a table here, but this is basically our table that's saving all our data. It's just stats player. So I'm just doing it in a different format so it doesn't confuse anybody. And then we're gonna end it here, and then we're gonna set the stats player equal to nil. We're gonna set dev player equal to nil. So just resetting everything to nothing. And now this is where we're gonna get into like our potion perks. This is how we're gonna make our potion start to work. Now we're gonna do local function heals. Then we're gonna do player, and then we're gonna have heals inside the parameter. And now we're gonna do quarantine.wrap function. So quarantine, you have spawn functions. You can use spawn functions, but quarantine.wrap is like the better way to do things. But you can do whatever you want. But I just use quarantine. So now we're gonna do dev player.health equals true. And now we're gonna do local loop. Now we're gonna do while wait 1, and the loop is less than or equal to 10. Then we're gonna make the player get some HP. So let's say whatever we put in here, like the player is gonna heal like 5 per second. The player is gonna heal 5 HP per second, or like 0.5 HP per second, and then we're gonna add 1 to the loop. That's gonna keep going until after 10 seconds. So when it hits 10 seconds, it's done. Then we're gonna set the player's health equal to nil. Then we're gonna fire our quarantine.wrap. And remember, you want to have these two little parameters, brackets right here, little parentheses right here, to make this function run. And now we're basically gonna be doing the same thing with our speed here. But what we're gonna be doing here, we're gonna, instead of firing our little health here, we're gonna be firing speed. So we're gonna be making a speed parameter. We're gonna do another quarantine.wrap function. Now this time we're gonna do dev player.speed equals true. We're gonna change that to true. And now we're gonna change the player's walk speed to whatever speed we put in here. So let's say we want the speed to be 32. The speed is gonna be 32 inside the script. Now we're gonna wait 10 seconds. So we're gonna do a delay function. We're gonna wait 10 seconds. Then we're gonna change their speed back to 16. And we're gonna set dev player.speed equal to nil. And now we're gonna fire the quarantine.wrap function here by putting the 2 parentheses at the end of the quarantine.wrap. So remember, the 2 parentheses will make this run. And now basically what we're doing here, you're probably this is probably one of the easiest parts, like the whole script, honestly. So basically what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make our local function potion activated. Player, we're gonna get the player, and we're gonna get the potion, right? So now we're gonna do local potion instance equals player.character find first child potion, or player.backpack find first child potion. So basically we're gonna check if the player has any potion inside their backpack, or like basically this is why we're not putting everything inside the starter pack, because we're gonna get it from their backpack. We're gonna put it in their backpack for them. And now we're gonna do if not potion instant, that's return end. So we're just gonna stop the script there. And now if let's say the player has a health potion inside their hand and they fire it, that it's gonna fire the name to the server. And now if the potion's name is equal to health potion, then we're gonna check if the player already has the health potion used already. So if they already have the health potion being used right now, then we're gonna return end, so they can't use it twice again and regen, like so they regen twice in a row. So like if I drink 2 potions, then I keep regenning more. I can only drink 1 potion at a time. That's what it's basically doing. Then we're gonna fire a little function heals, and then we're gonna do player, and then we're gonna do player heal per second. We made our heal per second too, and now that was basically the line here. Remember, our heals is right here, but what we did here, so the player is gonna heal for 2 every second until it's 10 seconds. And now for after we do our health potion, we're gonna do our super health potion, and we're gonna change that 2 to 5. So now the player's gonna heal 5 for every second until 10 seconds. Now for our speed potion, the player's gonna get 20 speed for 10 seconds, and then it's gonna go back to 16. And then for our super speed potion, the player's gonna get 26 speed, and then after 10 seconds, it's gonna change back to 16 speed, the default speed. And then we're gonna remember all we're doing is basically like the same thing, just a repetitive process at this point now. So basically we're gonna check if they already have the potion used, like I said before, and then we're gonna do potion instant destroy. So we're just gonna destroy the potion from their backpack once they use it. So now basically what we're gonna be doing here is basically gonna be our shop item buy. So how the player's actually gonna be able to actually buy the item from the shop. Now we're gonna do player item. So this is gonna be like the basically the name of the item. So super health potion or health potion. Now we're gonna do local cost equals shop cost item. So remember, shop cost is our table up here. So shop cost item will be a health potion or a speed potion. Now we'll after we do that, we're gonna do replicate store shop items find first child item. So now we're actually gonna be getting the item from the table that we have here. And now after doing that, we're gonna do if not cost or not item instance, then return end. So if we don't find this, then we're just gonna return end because it's honestly not there. Then if stats player.money is less than cost, then return end. Make sure they have enough money to actually buy the item. Then we're gonna do change money. We're gonna put the player, and we're gonna change the player's money by subtracting their current money by the cost of the item that they're gonna get. So let's say they get the health potion that costs $100 and they already have $500. Their money is gonna become $400. Then we're just gonna clone the item, and then we're gonna parent it to the backpack. That's basically all we're gonna be doing. And then we're gonna be firing all our functions to the respectable. We're gonna be firing all the events to the respectable function. So player added, we're gonna do player join. The game.player.player remove, we're gonna do player removing. Then we're gonna do replicate storage.events.potions activated.onto event connect. Potions activated. Now we're gonna do replicate storage.events.buy shop item onto events connect shop item buyer. Now we're gonna fire this. Remember, all our functions we just talked about are just being fired here. And basically what we're doing here, we're gonna make sure that the data is actually gonna be saved. So we're gonna do basically if this is run in Roblox Studio, it's gonna return end. You don't have to mind this. You can delete this if you want to. You don't have to have this here. Just put this for my own good. And then if you wanna put this in here though. So for Ivy and Pierce, you're gonna loop to the players, and then you're gonna fire the function players removing. That'll be right here. And then you're gonna put V to the parameters, and that's basically how you make your shop system. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. If you want to get this place and you want to check it out, join our Discord and go to the video section, and you can download this whole Roblox place. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and have a good one.